Dr. Kiran Kewalramani is a Cyber Ethos CEO and founder and a bit of a guru, so I decided to call Dr. KK himself. Good morning.
Good morning, Di. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I am thinking about the parents and grandparents and carers out there with kids who might already be getting bored for school holidays. How do we keep them safe, Dr. KK?
Thanks, Di. Look, school holidays are here, and that means that kids get heaps more time on their technology, whether it's iPad or, online gaming on Xbox or PlayStation or their mobile phones. And look, this can be awesome, but it can also bring in a few tricky bits if you're not careful. The good news is staying safe online isn't really that hard. I like to keep it super simple for your listeners, and I'll use 4 words, and I'll unpack that a little bit more in detail as I go along.
Great.
So the 4 words are talk, watch, protect, and report. So let me unpack that a little bit more. Let's start with the first one, talk. Now, as a parent or a guardian, the best thing you can do is just talk to your kids before anything goes wrong.
Whoa. That sounds groundbreaking, talking to your kids.
Yeah, unbelievable. Look, ask them actually what games are they playing? Who are they chatting to? Make a little family plan with them to so they are fully aware of what to do if someone does become mean to them online or ask them for the weird stuff online. And it also helps if the kids actually use their devices in the lounge room or the kitchen. So that way, the parents and the guardians can have an easy chat to them about things when things are starting to go wrong. They can see that on their face or their behavior. And what that also prevents is, parents don't have to then sneak around on them, which I've got a 17-year-old, and he was young at one time as well. And, kids don't like that when parents sneak around on them. So, from the talk perspective, these are some of the key things. Stop before the problem actually happens. Mm-hmm. So that's my tip to your listeners. Now let's unpack the second phase of it, the watch.
Okay.
So keep an eye on how your kids are acting. If they get upset after being online or they suddenly hide what they're doing, then that's a warning sign. That's a sign to check in gently. Research actually shows that 1 in 5 Aussie kids have had someone be mean to them online.
It's so high, isn't it? 1 in 5.
It is. Yeah, 20%. And keep an eye on what games are they actually playing, what apps are they actually having access to. Some of those games and apps actually have a voice chat or a stranger messaging built in. So, and it's not very hard to turn that off. So just go into the settings of that game or that app, and you can actually just toggle to switch off. So that way, strangers cannot actually message or chat to them.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's talk and watch.
Watch, correct. I do want to sort of unpack this a little bit more for your listeners. As parents or guardians, make sure your kids actually don't have access to your iTunes or Apple Store passwords. This is really, really critical, and let me explain why. Mm-hmm. When you're actually trying to set up some safety mechanism, like Apple has a free tool called Screen Time. Google has a free app called Family Link. So what parents should do parents and guardians should do is to set up that on their kid's device and make sure that the kids don't have the permissions to allow for installing any new apps or deleting any new apps or buying any things in the games. They have to come to a parent where a parent can do a little bit of a check on what they're actually purchasing, so that you're sort of keeping away from any sort of an app or a game that may lead to an online risk. It's very simple to do. In iTunes and App Store, you would actually see reviews of that game or that app that they're trying to install. Make sure parents actually have a bit of a gate process. They are the ones who are actually installing that app or that game for their kids, not the kids themselves.
Oh, but Dr. KK, all my friends are playing it.
Look, that's when you have to be the parent or the guardian. So let's make sure that setting is very, very clear with your listeners. And sometimes in the settings of those games, you can actually, once again, turn off the private messaging and the voice chats, so unknown people actually don't get access to your kids through that online platform.
These are really good pieces of advice. I'm speaking to Dr. Kiran Kewalramani, Cyber Ethos CEO and founder and online guru, and we are trying to work out how to look after our kids online these school holidays. So far, we've talked about actually talking to them and watching what they're doing, making sure that they are not having access to the kind of tools that would allow them to download or delete apps. We've got 2 more steps.
Yep.
What else can we do, Dr. KK?
So go to phase 3 or step 3, that's protect. Use the tools that are already there, like the ones that I spoke about, screen time and parental link. Now, those can actually give parents and guardians the control to block the dodgy stuff, limit the playtime, and stop random people talking to your kids. Remember the golden rule. Don't, and make sure your kids are aware of that. Do not ever give strangers your school name, your address, and your phone number. Very, very, very critical. It's like giving strangers your house keys. Wow. And remind them, look, I know technology is fun, but so is kicking the ball outside, playing a board game, or maybe even reading as well. Research actually shows that too much screen time can actually make kids feel worse. So make sure there's a little bit of a balance in there as well from that perspective. I'll then move on to step 4, which is report. So you've done the step 1, 2, 3, but things have sort of gone worse. What can they do next? Like if something bad does happen, what can the parents do? Actually talk to your kids about these steps as well. First things first, block that person. 2, take a screenshot of what has happened if a conversation has happened. 3, you can report it. Usually, most of the applications or games actually have this functionality where you can actually report that particular user and provide the screenshots and so on and so forth. Now, if things go really, really bad, like it's gone beyond all the stage gates and so on, protective gates and so on, you as a parent can report the incident to the e-safety commissioner. Now, Australian government has set up that platform. So if someone goes to esafety.gov.au, on the top right-hand side, there's a red button called Report Abuse. Click there. It takes you to the next day where you can actually report an incident that may have occurred where there is a safety concern for your child. Most importantly, establish the trust. Kids should know that they won't get in trouble for telling you if something wrong has happened. Very, very, very critical. If someone's actually asking them for photos or bullying them online, you want them to feel safe talking to you as a parent or a guardian straight away.
And it circles back to that first point of talk, doesn't it?
Correct, 100%. So for your listeners, Di, just remember these 4 words. Talk, watch, protect, and report. They're easy to remember, and they make a huge difference. Happy holidays to your listeners.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us, Dr. KK. You've offered so many wonderful insights, and I hope you're having a lovely break with your son as well.
Thank you very much, Di. I really, really appreciate that.
All right, take care. That's Dr. KK, Dr. Kiran Kewalramani, who is the Cyber Ethos